Hey guys, in today's episode, what we're going to talk about is this. Pain is what awakens the beast. Let me say it again. Pain. That's right. Ouch. Pain is what awakens the beast. Let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Career Strategies. My name is Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. Today's episode is being brought to you by Interview Prep University. If you need help preparing for an upcoming telephone, video, or face-to-face interview, this is a 100% free virtual training platform that's designed to help you exponentially improve your job interview skills going into your upcoming interview. So if you want to have a competitive advantage and you want to be able to crush it in your upcoming interview, go ahead and head over to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Again, that's www.interviewprepuniversity.com. It's 100% free and you don't have to sign up for anything. Okay, no strings attached. All you got to do is head on over to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Okay, so again, what we're talking about here is pain is what awakens the beast. Here's the thing. You know, when I think about this, I saw this on Instagram recently, and I thought it was very true. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what a beast has to do. See, here's the deal. Sometimes in life, in order for you to get to that next phase or that next stratosphere in life, it's going to require you to tap into your inner beast. And here's what I believe. I believe that every single person on planet Earth has the ability to tap into their inner beast. See, I believe that every single person has an inner beast inside of them. I think that a lot of times, most people never end up tapping into that beast because they don't feel enough pain to end up tapping into it. And here's how I'll prove this to you. It's interesting how when people get in times of desperate need, isn't it amazing how people start to tap into a level of resourcefulness that even they didn't know they had? Have you ever heard stories about, like, for instance, did you ever hear that story about the mother who, or it was either a mother or a grandmother, that saw a car roll over their child or their grandchild and went up and actually lifted the car off of that child? They tapped into that inner beast. Have you ever seen somebody who was in just a desperate situation where they had to figure out a way to get out of that situation? Maybe they were homeless and they had to figure out how to get out of homelessness. And they figured out a way. They tapped into their inner beast. Have you ever seen somebody that may have been addicted to something and they tried to get over it and over it and over, and they just couldn't figure out how to get out of that addiction? But then someday came along where they felt so much pain that they said, I'll never do this again. And they took massive action, and then they beat that addiction. Have you ever seen it? Where they plant their flag, they say, no longer, I will never pick this up again. I'm done with it. They tapped into the inner beast. See, but in most cases, I believe that it takes pain to unlock that door to allow that inner beast to come out. I just really do. When I look at it, when I look at the people who have made drastic changes in their lives, when I see the people who step up and they just figure out a freaking way, almost every single time, I think that's the one thing that almost everybody has in common. They get to a place where there's so much pain that they have to take action, that they have to get focused and they have to make things change. Now, are there people that can tap into that inner beast without pain? Absolutely. I think that there are some people who are just kind of like wired that way, where they can just, I don't know, it's just in them. They know how to just tap into it without a whole bunch of pain, and they make it happen. But for most people, I believe that most people need some pain in order to really tap into the resourcefulness. Because when I say the beast, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that inner part of you where you just tap into all the resources that you have at your disposal to solve a problem. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm saying the beast, I'm talking about you're being as resourceful as humanly possible in order to accomplish something. Okay? And it's amazing what can happen when you feel enough pain. You understand? And sometimes the pain doesn't even have to be about you. Sometimes the pain can be about other people, or sometimes the pain can be a learning lesson that you see from something else, right? So you know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey told a story one time. I think I had seen it somewhere else before. I think I saw it on like a poster or something before. So I'm pretty sure this isn't his story. Okay, but I think he said that either his uncle or his dad or somebody told him this story. And essentially it was about the Sahara Desert. And he said every day in the Sahara, the lion gets up and gets moving because the lion knows that it has to be faster than the slowest gazelle, or else it will not eat that day. Okay, it'll starve to death. And similarly, every day on the Sahara, the gazelle gets up and knows that it has to outrun the fastest lion. Because if it doesn't, it'll end up being the lion's meal. Okay? Now, the thing that you got to understand about this is that whether we're talking about the lion or the gazelle, every morning, you got to get up and you got to get after it. Okay? Both of them are getting moving. Okay? Different motivations, but they're both getting moving. And the thing I love about this story is because at the core of it is pain. You see how that works? You see how pain can be such a huge motivating factor? See, from the lion perspective, the proverbial concept of you got to eat what you kill. If that lion doesn't get up and get after it, it'll starve to death. That's what the wild is like. Okay? That's what chaos is like. Because out in the wild, that's like a form of chaos. There's some order to it, but there's a lot of chaos out there too. It's a lot of stuff happening out there on the Sahara. And that lion knows I can't afford to be anything else other than a beast, because I gotta eat. And that gazelle is motivated by pain as well. On an instinctive level, I don't even know if instinctive is a word, so if it's not, forgive me. But from an instinct perspective, the gazelle knows that there's a lot of pain associated with getting caught. Okay? Maybe I don't know what the breakdown is, but I'm pretty sure it's like a certain percentage of it is just pure instinct. And then another percentage of it is seeing what has happened to probably some of his homies. Huh? Some of his homies or some of the gazelle's loved ones that have gotten caught. And maybe the gazelle has heard the screams and has learned, oh, that's pain right there. So I got to get moving. Right? And when I say that pain is what awakens the beast, that inner beast. See, when you feel enough pain, you have to take action. You got to get moving. There is no other option. That's the beauty of pain. Because at a certain point, if you feel enough pain, the only thing you care about is making that pain stop. See, and that's what opens that door for the beast to come out. Now, what does this have to do with your career? Some of you are just way too comfortable. You want to be successful. You want to accomplish great things. But everybody wants to accomplish great things. Everybody wants to be successful. But a lot of times, again, you have that select few. It's very rare to find someone who is just wired that way to tap into their full resources or come close to tapping into their full resources to accomplish a goal based on what they just want. There are some select few people out there. These are your high performers. Okay? Some of your high performers are just wired that way. They just get after it. They don't have to feel pain in order to tap into their full level of resourcefulness. That's just how they're wired. Okay? But for most people, including myself, I think there's a certain amount of pain that you got to experience in life in order for you to get to a place where you're like, unlock the door, the beast got to come out. You know, I remember I was talking to one of my cousins one time, and one of my cousins was very successful in the car selling business. Okay, he worked at CarMax for part-time, and according to him, I don't know how true it is, but I think he mentioned that he ended up setting the record for the most cars sold on a part-time basis in 1 year. I think he sold over 300 cars selling just on the weekends, because at that time he was full-time active duty in the military. So he would work on the weekends selling cars just for some extra money, and he ended up selling, I think he said, like 300 some cars, which is outrageous, okay, to sell that many cars, and just working on the weekends. And so, when I was kind of younger in my sales career, obviously I tried to pick his brain and like, dude, how are you able to sell like this? And he said, Rodney, you just hadn't felt enough pain yet. He said, if you feel enough pain in your life, whenever you get to that point where you feel enough pain, selling will become easy, because you won't have any other option, right? And he was like, that's what it's all about. Because look, I can teach you all the skills in the world, but if you don't have that mentality to go out there and eat everything in the jungle, you're just not going to do it. You can know all the right moves to make, but if you ain't got enough pain and you're not wired, just naturally wired that way to get after it, you're probably not going to get after it. So he said a lot of times what you need is you got to feel enough pain. When you feel enough pain, you don't even need that much skill. When you feel enough pain, all hesitation cease. See, that's what the beast is. See, when you get in that beast mode, baby, that's when all hesitation just goes. That's when all just, that conservative nature that you got, it just leaves out the door. You stop caring what other people think as much, and you start getting active and making things happen. But again, the key to unlocking that part of you in many cases, it's going to require enough pain. And this doesn't matter what part of your life we're talking about. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about from a business perspective, or from a professional perspective, or whether we're talking about just things in your regular life. It's just like when it comes to people who want to lose weight, right? If you want to lose weight, for most people that I see that lose a large amount of weight, you know what they all have in common? They got to a place in their life where the pain was so high that they had to make a change. You understand? Anytime you see a person drop 100 pounds or 50 pounds or these like really large amounts of weight, you're looking at a person who felt a significant amount of pain. Okay? It might not have been the type of pain that makes them yell, ow, but something happened. At some point, something happened to where that person said, enough is enough. I'm tired of this shit and I'm about to get active. And that's when the beast came busting through the door. And it became all about let's get in action mode. See, because ultimately, in order to accomplish your dreams, understand this. I know everybody wants to get caught up in The Secret, right? The movie The Secret, where it's like, you have to visualize success. And visualization is very important, by the way. But you have to visualize success. Yeah, visualization is very important, but visualization without action ain't nothing but wishful thinking. You understand that? See, you can actually accomplish way more by not even visualizing. You don't even have to visualize. If you're willing to go out here and just take massive amounts of action, you'll be surprised at what you can actually accomplish. Even if you don't visualize success, you don't, it's kind of like gravity. Think about it like gravity, right? Listen, I don't care whether you believe in gravity or not. You walk off the top of a building, gravity don't care if you believe in it or not. It's going to show you that it's true and that it exists based on your action that you just took, right? Same thing with losing weight. Listen, if you go and I'm gonna make it real simple for you. If you put yourself in a situation where you burn more calories than you intake, I don't care how much you believe or disbelieve that you're going to be able to lose weight. It don't even matter at that point. If you can successfully burn more calories in a day than you intake, you will inevitably lose weight. It's just that simple. There's like 100 or maybe even 1,000 different ways that you can go about accomplishing that. Okay, via various diets or various different workout strategies or whatever. But ultimately, it's all to get you at one goal, which is to burn more calories than you take in. That is the key to losing weight. The end. Okay, how you get there is up to you. And here's the thing. Whether you believe you can lose weight or don't believe you can lose weight, if you successfully take action in burning more calories than you take in, you will lose weight. That's just how it works. Okay? And see, that's how it works when it comes to that beast and when it comes to aggressively accomplishing your goals. Listen, you feel enough pain? Watch what happens. Watch what happens. That beast is gonna come out. And you may even surprise yourself. You may look up and be like, ooh, what is this? I didn't even know I had this in me. What am I doing? I'm out here killing it. I'm making things happen. I'm telling you, it can happen. But again, that pain, that's why pain is beautiful. You understand? Because without that pain, most people would never break through and tap into that inner beast to make things happen and make the important changes that people desire to make in their lives. And that's based on a true story. Now, let me ask you a question. What if I could teach you a step-by-step strategy that could help you exponentially improve your odds of eliminating 99% of your competition so that you can position yourself as the ideal candidate of choice anytime you get into an interview situation. Would you be interested in learning how? Well, if the answer is yes, I want you to order a copy of my book, The Ugly Truth About Getting Hired: How to Land the Job of Your Dreams Regardless of the Competition. Here's the deal. The biggest challenge that you're going to face in your career is competition. Right here, right now, as we speak, the competition is absolutely fierce in the job market. And here's the reality. Over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, the competition is going to become absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Because of the technological advancements that are being made right now as we speak. And the people who are going to succeed, who are going to have a competitive advantage, are those who know how to systematically overcome their competition. And that's what this book is going to teach you how to do. If you want to have a competitive advantage, or you know somebody who's either about to go into a job interview situation, or you just know somebody that you want to help, that you want them to be prepared as possible, go ahead and order a copy of this book. All you have to do is go to www.theuglytruthbook.com. Again, that's www.theuglytruthbook.com. When you place your order, I'll immediately send out the physical copy of the book, but you'll also gain immediate access to a free downloadable version of the book so that you can immediately dive into the content. Okay? So again, just go to www.theuglytruthbook.com. Listen, thank you so much for checking out this episode. Hopefully you got great value. If you did, listen, drop me a message. If you're on Anchor, go look at the bottom. You're able to leave a message. Go ahead and leave me a message. I want to know what you thought about this. Also, if there are any ideas of topics that you want me to kind of talk about, let me know that as well by leaving a message. Or if you want, you could also just shoot me an email at careerstrat100@gmail.com. Again, careerstrat100@gmail.com. All right. Listen, thanks so much. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.